Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we're diving deep into Bigbear.Ai, ticker BBAI, a US-based artificial intelligence company that focuses heavily on defense solutions. This stock has been grabbing attention for a while now, and there's been a lot of noise around its performance, earnings, and ownership structure. So let's break it all down in simple terms. First off, let's talk about the recent numbers. On August 11th, the company reported its second quarter results. And honestly, the market didn't take it too well. Revenue came in at just $32.5 million, which is a noticeable drop from $39.8 million during the same quarter last year. On top of that, losses deepened. Adjusted earnings per share came in at a negative 0.71 compared to only negative 0.06 the year before. That's a pretty steep widening of losses. To make matters worse, management also lowered its full-year outlook, citing delays and disruptions in federal contracts. For a company that depends so heavily on government work, that's not the kind of update investors want to hear. Unsurprisingly, the stock reacted negatively, dropping about 28.5% since that report. But here's where things get interesting. Even with that recent sell-off, Bigbear.Ai is still up around 14% for the year. How is that possible? Well, the company operates in a very specialized niche, defense-focused, AI. With global conflicts and rising demand for AI-driven solutions in security, governments are increasingly willing to spend money in this space. Add in the fact that Bigbear.Ai is one of the few pure-play companies offering these services, and you can see why some investors are still optimistic. So, who exactly owns Bigbear.Ai? Understanding ownership is important because it tells us who has the most influence on the company's direction. According to data, about 67% of the stock is held by public companies and individual investors. That means retail traders and small-scale institutions are the majority here. Insiders, meaning executives and people directly connected to the company, own about 19%. Exchange-traded funds, ETFs, hold 9.6%. Mutual funds own about 2.5%, and other institutions make up the remaining 1.6%. Looking at the biggest shareholders, BBAI Ultimate Holdings, LLC takes the crown with a 17.3% stake. After that, the heavyweight investment giant Vanguard comes in with about 5.3% ownership. If we zoom in on ETFs, the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, VTI, owns about 2.4% of Bigbear.Ai, while the iShares Russell 2000 ETF, IWM, holds around 1.9%. As for mutual funds, the Vanguard Index Fund is a notable holder with 1.37%, and Fidelity's Salem Street Trust owns a smaller 0.31% stake. Now let's move to Wall Street's perspective. Analysts are somewhat divided on Bigbear.Ai right now. Overall, the stock carries a moderate buy rating based on 2 analysts recommending a buy and 2 sitting on hold. The average price target currently sits at $5.75, which suggests about a 13% upside from current levels. So, what's the bottom line here? Bigbear.Ai is clearly a high-risk, high-reward type of play. On one hand, the company has struggled with declining revenue, growing losses, and government contract delays. On the other hand, it's one of the few companies fully dedicated to AI defense solutions, which could become a massive growth area in the future. For retail investors, the key question is, are you comfortable riding out the volatility for the chance that this company becomes a long-term winner in its sector? Or do you prefer to stay cautious given the risks? Personally, I'd say this is a stock worth keeping on your radar, especially as defense budgets grow and AI adoption accelerates. But as always, make sure you do your own research and never invest money you can't afford to lose. This is not financial advice.